When my father passed away, I put his ashes on one of the pear trees that was in front of the Paulun electric plant, a company he had started with Carl Paulun. When some years later my mother passed away, my family asked me to put her ashes with my father's. We had sold the business, and so, not wanting to hear some bureaucratic objections, I just waited till it was late at night, walked over to the pear tree, and placed my mother's ashes there where I had put my father's. A few years later, I had a dream, and in this dream I saw my parents at the Paulun plant. I wondered what was going on and why they were still there. When we first sold the corporation, I went on a vacation with my girlfriend Boom Boom, my daughter Clementina, and her friend to Fort Walton Beach. Right before I left, as I previously mentioned, I had a dream where I was leaving the plant. This young woman who also worked there named Leisha yelled, "Wait for me!" and she ran after me. At that point, her voice was followed by my brother Joe, who called out, "Me too!" Then I locked the door, and I was driving with Bibi and the girls in my car. When we got to the tunnel on I-10 right before you enter Florida, everything went up in a big puff and a cloud of white smoke. Poof! I took it to mean that the karma with the company was then over. And sure enough, a few months later, I found out that my brother, who was supposed to stay on and with no pay for the transition between management, was told his services were no longer needed right after I left. Oh, and the woman Leisha, she left no sooner than him also. All of that told me that the karma was finished. New beginnings for all of us. It's all finito benito. So I was wondering why my father and my mother were still hanging around there. In the dream I said to them, "Why are you still here? You have an entire universe to go and explore. What are you doing hanging around this stupid place?" My father got a little sheepish. And he said, yeah, you're right, really. It's just that, yeah, you're right. And then they left. I woke up and wondered, what the hell was that dream all about? I even meditated and questioned it. A couple of hours later, while still in the morning at breakfast around 9 a.m., the phone rings. And I look up and see it was a call coming in from Paulun Electric. When I answered the phone, it was Margaret, a wonderful woman who still worked there on the line. And she was very upset. I asked her what was wrong, and she told me they had just removed the pear trees from the front of the building that my parents' ashes were on.